Hey guys, welcome to ChattyCraft. Today we're going to be doing a vinyl sign and get ready for October and Halloween. I know it's only August, but when you're doing signs and getting things ready for a website, you want to make sure to stay ahead of the curve. So we're going to be doing a Hocus Pocus sign on canvas. Right here we have the cutout vinyl, so it's ready to go. All we need to do first is weed it. Now when you're weeding your vinyl, you want to be very sure to make sure that any small or thin cuts have all the vinyl around it pushed back, so that way when you pull up the main piece of vinyl, you're not lacking any piece that should be there. Sometimes people have a hard time with this because they forget their design after they cut it. If you're one of those people, a great idea is to keep it up on your cell phone or on your computer nearby so you can take a peek at it for reference. Let's see. So for this one, I did not get my act together and keep the picture up next to me, which I regret now, and this is why. I took it off pieces of vinyl that should have stayed on the transfer sheet, which is fixable. It's not the end of the world. You just have to find the right pieces that correlate with what you've taken out and put them back where they belong. Remember, the darker matte side should be the side that goes down, and the shinier side should be the one that goes up, because the shinier side has the glue, and the matte side is going to be the finished up side. So let's fix that. Oops, there we go. Again, see? Not the end of the world, it's back to normal. So this needs to have the letters taken out in order for the sign to read right and give it that Halloween themed feel. Alright, so it looks like all the inner pieces and all the major pieces have been weeded out, and we can begin peeling the main part of our vinyl off. You always want to start from the top left corner and work your way over. Otherwise, you're going to have pieces of vinyl that peel up that shouldn't, and it's going to be a lot of repair work that you probably don't want to use your time for. see, like this piece, again, it just peels up a little bit because it's a thinner piece and we didn't weed around it. So you can just take it and gently press it back in and it's happy. And then these other pieces in between the broom are really skinny. So you just want to make sure they're cleared out so they don't make it look too thick, because it is a broom after all. Keep in mind, this isn't the only way to weed your vinyl. Everybody does weed their vinyl differently, and that's okay. You have to do what works for you. Here. All right, take a minute so you can look at all of your vinyl as a whole and make sure no stray pieces are anywhere on the sticky side, because if they are and you heat it, they are going to be stray marks on your final product. Another trick I like to do before we heat and stick is flip it over, and so it says just a bunch of Hocus Pocus, which I think is super cute and appropriate. And it also stems from one of my favorite Halloween movies. This, as you can see, there you go, needs to be adjusted. All right, so now we have our weeded vinyl. We have to take the medium that we want to put it on, and today we're going to be using canvas. This is an 8x10 regular canvas. You can get it at any local craft store, Walmart, Target, anything like that. It has this type of look to it, nothing crazy. And then you want to place your sign down just how you want it. So now we're going to get out a piece of Teflon. If you don't have Teflon to go over it to heat it, you can use a piece of parchment paper because it does the same. So we're going to take this. While you're waiting, it might be a good idea to preheat your iron. I like to use this little mini iron. It was a $20 iron from Walmart. It works great. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It all heats the same. And I preheat it all the way to the highest temp. But keep in mind, if you use the highest temp, it heats fast. And if you keep your iron on your vinyl too long, it can melt, which means you're going to have a bad quality product. So first, take it and press it on the top. I hold it for about 10 seconds in each area to start. Because this is a regular piece of vinyl, there are wooden pieces underneath on the side, so sometimes it's harder to get your vinyl to stay, which is okay. You have a trick for that, but first you want to try to go around and evenly disperse the heat in 10-second intervals in all the pieces that need to be melted down. Like this. Please, when you're using your irons, don't use water or steam. You're going to ruin everything and it won't stay. You'll have a big mess. Just plain hot heat or cotton setting, anything like that works great. Right, now slowly take it and move it around like you're ironing a shirt. Press the heat a little bit more, get it nice and heated up. A lot of you are wondering what to do about the dip in the center and how to disperse the heat evenly to that dip. If you have a canvas panel or a piece of wood, you can cut it to size and place it underneath or inside, giving it a hard surface, and you can hold it while you iron. And what that's going to do is it's going to ensure you have a flat, even surface to get your vinyl on. I'm going to just take the Teflon off. I know my iron very well, so I know what's going to take to heat and what it will do to burn. So I'm going to just gently, quickly go over this like I'm ironing a shirt. And for viewers at home, when you're looking at this, you can probably see that pieces of the transfer tape are starting to lift, which is a great sign. That means my vinyl is sticking and it's removing itself from the transfer sheet as it should be. So it's almost ready. Also keep in mind that when you do this panel trick, it does still get hot and have heat. So don't burn yourself. You might need to take a break and let it cool and try again. Alright, that looks about good. So we're going to place this down. Be careful again, the vinyl's hot. We're going to peel it. Again, we're going to start from the top left and we're going to pull down gently. If you see pieces of vinyl starting to pull up, just simply put the sheet back down and heat that area a little bit more so it gets adhesive and sticky. Give it a second to cool and then pull it again. Depending on the type of heat transfer vinyl or HTV that you get, some of it is warm peel, some of it is cool peel. You just want to read the instructions. This one that I get off of Amazon, and it doesn't really matter. If it's hot or cold, I prefer a hot peel because I feel like it does a better job, but everybody's a little bit different in that department, and that's okay. And there we have it. Just a bunch of Hocus Pocus ready to go on our ChattyCraft website. If you're wondering what other stuff we do, you can go on and look at chattycraftus.com. We have a bunch of different signs and collections there. And then stay tuned for our next video because we're going to be doing more of these. Remember to like, subscribe, or leave a comment below with any questions or any tips that you might have. Or if you want to see something else be created, let us know. And I'd be more than happy to do so.